The Body Shop connects you with the hottest fitness models in the world. Learn the backstage secrets that most successful bikini divas, fitness models, and bodybuilders use to dominate their competition and land on the covers of magazines. Only here at the Body Shop will we allow you to listen and talk to the best in fitness competition. If you're passionate about bodybuilding and fitness, you have found your new home. All of us here at FTNS Radio would like to welcome you to the Body Shop.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of the Body Shop. I'm Brian Canone, and I am here with my co-host for the evening, Joe Pepe, Director of Operations for Planet Fitness of Connecticut. Joe, how's it going?
I'm doing awesome, Brian. Excited for the show. Great to be here.
This is a special guest coming on, and this is something that we put out, so I'd really like to just bring him right on. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show from The Biggest Loser, Dolvett, Quince. Dolvett, how are you?
I'm good, Brian. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for calling into the show.
Absolutely.
One of the things we really like to ask a lot of our guests is a question that we pretty much start our show with, and it's, when did you first fall in love with fitness?
That's a great question. I was 14 years old, and I walked into a gym. I'm a scrawny little kid, and I said, you know what, I want to be bigger. And the guy looked at me, okay, do some push-ups and come back in the gym later. So I did it, and I came back a year later, and I started working out.
That's awesome. We were just talking today about some of the kids that started in the gyms and what age is appropriate to come in, and we're talking, was it 13, right. 14, and you were 14. That's the right age.
Sounds like it worked out.
Now, when you grew up, are you from Stamford, Connecticut?
I am. I was born in Stamford, raised partially in Bridgeport. Yeah, so I'm the East Coast guy.
Awesome. Yeah, that's where we are. I grew up in Bridgeport myself, and
did you?
Yeah, that's great. And so when you were 14 and you walked into this gym, was it one in Stamford, or were you already in Atlanta?
I happened to just move to Florida at that time. My folks retired and left Connecticut, left Bridgeport, and we moved to Florida. So I was in the Florida gym.
And then, so you were in Florida, and we were talking a lot about you. We really want to find out a little bit more about you because, just want our audience to know a little bit about where you came from and how you really got into this fitness industry and the level that you're taking it right now. So when you're living in Florida at the time, so you started working out at 14 there?
Mm-hmm.
And then
started working out and just,
When did you decide that that's what you wanted to do as a career?
Actually, it kind of found me. I was always one to be an entrepreneur, trying out new businesses and things of this nature. I actually had a business where I was liaison between locations and artists, and I didn't want to be in the nightlife anymore in doing that, so I started working at a YMCA. Mm-hmm. Someone who also worked there, an office manager, they said to me, you know what, you're good with people, you have a good workout regimen, you ever thought about being a trainer? So I tried it, got certified, and I fell in love with it automatically.
Wow. So you were in Florida at a YMCA at that time?
This was in Atlanta. Fast forward from 14 all the way to about 23 when I got my first certification.
So did the entertainment industry bring you to Atlanta?
No, my brother did.
Oh, okay.
I remember my brother Andrew. He was like, "You got to come down here." It's like 10-1. I said, 10-1 what? Women and men, you got to come.
You know what? That's funny. We have another, fellow Connecticut guy who went down to Atlanta, and his name's Mike Prosnick, and I don't know if you know him, but he has a software for trainers called Bodyworks, and he said, make sure you ask Dolvett about the gym at Buckhead.
Oh, wow, yeah. I'm a Buckhead. That's one of my first starts, actually. It was the first gym that I worked at where the trainers paid the place. They leased it, so to speak, month to month. You get as many clients as you want, that sort of a thing. And it really helped me work the whole business regimen. Like, what was my value? What will I charge? It was a gift and a curse, that place.
Wow, that's awesome.
Dolvett, what would you tell a young trainer, with kind of a passion for fitness, and a lot of people have that. We see it all the time in the industry. But what would you tell that person who really wants to make a career out of it? What are some of the main advice you'd you'd give to that person that really says, you know what, I want to make a living out of this. I don't want to just be in shape.
You know, the advice that I give when the question is asked me is that know to separate whoever that person is, whoever's striving to have that career. There's a person, and then there's a trainer. Mm-hmm. The trainer is the product. So sell that product. Mm-hmm. Sell your value.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Versus a lot of people think just because it works for them, that it can work for anyone that they train. And that's not the case. As you and I both know, there's different styles of training, different benefits for different people, different goals. Right. What does that mean? The more detail-oriented you are, the better trainer you'll be.
Right.
Joe's in the industry for a while now, and running 15 different gyms in the state of Connecticut. And I tell you, he interviews so many people on a daily basis. And we had a really good training program going here. And it's so hard to find those people that we've stamped with the thing they call them a super trainer. Somebody that just walks in and just can draw the crowd, because it's not just we get people with great resumes. They come in and they went to college for exercise science. They have so much education.
2% body fat, and
you throw them out to the floor, and it's like nothing happens. You look for that dynamic person now.
And I think though that you kind of hit it. Not to interrupt, Brian, but like you said, in separating those two things, your clients are not you. So we have a lot of trainers come in and they're interested in working out and showing, look what I can do, look at this exercise I can do, and a lot of clients can't do those exercises, and they need to be kind of brought in slowly, and like we always say, you need to build that relationship more than anything. Relationships are what keep clientele more than the training.
I've always said the expression where trainers need to learn to be transformers, not trainers. Yep. Rather be a transformer, and knowing for that, knowing that I have the ability to take someone from A to Z, I can actually transform their life. Now, am I a trainer who just wants to train athletic people that are as mobile and as athletic as I am, or can I take someone who's obese, for example, and then take them to health? Not every trainer can do that. You want to definitely get in that realm, in that state of mind. Challenge yourself.
But before The Biggest Loser, all right, and I believe you still own your own gym, right? Body Sculptor.
Correct.
And what was it like to be an independent trainer in a gym, paying rent to be there, and then just make that move to your own studio?
It was the best transition ever.
Right.
For me, secretly an entrepreneur, I was able to do what I was passionate about, and that's to create my own business. Mm-hmm. And then you couple it with something I love, which is training. So I didn't have to really answer. I had to, but just create.
Right.
And I loved it, because any trainer I took on board, I taught them how to properly train. I taught them how to sell, how to go out and get business, and what does those things mean. So it was a constant thing, in addition to helping clients as well. Right. So I loved it.
It was great. We saw somebody, I remember seeing somebody say, what they did, and they said they were a master trainer, and somebody, that's you. You're the one that said that in the interview. You said you're a master trainer, and then they asked, what makes you call it a master trainer? And you said, because I train other trainers how to be good.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, this guy's like the real deal, And
in our industry, I'm sorry to cut you off. Our industry is a very selfish industry. Mm-hmm. Trainers don't like to share clients. Trainers is like, I know all the answers, none of the questions. It's very rare that you have a system where trainers are teaching other trainers how to, and there's a focus group, and there's a way of saying, okay, here's my client, put them on a table. What's some of the best ways we can? That's very rare in our business. You guys can probably attest to that. So, I'm very proud of the fact that whatever knowledge I got, I squeezed right back out and gave it to the people that were around me.
Well, there's a lot of people that open a studio, and I say buy themselves a job, and it's like it's them, and they work all the hours, and we're like, that's the worst thing you want to do, because you could be in a club and not worry about paying all those bills for utilities. But I look at your website and I see your team, and they all look like they're in great shape, and they all look inspired, and it looks like somewhere really positive to be.
Yeah, I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of their work ethic. They really do well down in Atlanta while I'm here in LA, and I'm looking forward to getting in the trenches with them again here in a couple weeks when I'm back in Atlanta.
That's going to be great. Now, when we want to talk a little bit about how do you land this Biggest Loser, because out of the millions of trainers that try to make this position, and they know that this is something that's superstardom, it's going to put you on the map. How did you get it?
I just think it was years and years of pursuing this and falling in love with fitness and kind of like excluding myself. You know, it's funny how when you give so much, how much you get back, so to speak. I mean, if you want to look at it, I feel as if, honestly, I gave so much of me and honing the idea of this is how trainers, this is how you train, and then teaching them how to treat people and be treated and so on and so forth. And somehow that coupled in with being business savvy, hiring publicists, advertising body sculpture, advertising myself, training specific celebrities, if you will, drawing attention. Next thing you know, Hollywood was knocking, and here I am.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and Dolvett, tell us just, you know, we're fans of The Biggest Loser, and we actually work with Planet Fitness, and we do the, you know, as you know, the sponsorship with The Biggest Loser, and you know, tell us what it's like for these people, these everyday people, which we see in our, you know, in our locations all the time. These people who are just overweight, never lifted a weight before. I mean, don't understand anything about nutrition. How is it taking them from one point to the next, and I mean, we watch the show and it's so intense, some of these workouts, and we're saying, like, how are these people? Sometimes how do they do it for that long? What is it like? I mean, in terms of the motivation and really just changing their lifestyle. I mean, is it tough to get them to buy into your philosophy?
Absolutely, it's tough. You know, cameras or no cameras, it's tough. Imagine taking an adult way into their late 40s, early 50s, and say, okay, tomorrow morning you're going to start learning Spanish. You're going to learn how to play a guitar. Yeah. So it's very difficult. When you said it to a kid, they're more open and receptive. So changing years and years of bad habits is very difficult, extremely difficult. But they're here. Yeah. And that's half of the commitment. The other half now is the movement and getting it done. I say all the time, I have to work out the way people think before I even touch their body. So it's always a lot of work. Always, Joe, you know.
Coming from working in a studio where people come in and they say, okay, I want to buy so many sessions, I work so many days per week, then going on to The Biggest Loser, is it more difficult in the fact that it's a TV show compared to working in your studio? Is there a large difference with that?
Yeah, because, again, as a studio owner, I definitely have control of my schedule, my pace, the consistency of a client going out, hustling, getting more people in. Here, it's sometimes, most of the time, hurry up and wait. Right. Start your workout regimen. Okay, now stop. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Let's go over here. So there's a lot of hands involved and a lot of pleasing in different ways that you have to do while you're in the middle of what you love.
Right. And a little bit more about, like, your training. What styles do you like the most? Do you like one body part a day? You split routines? How do you work out?
I love all over body success. I love training head to toe. They have some steep hills out here called the Santa Monica Stairs. If you guys have ever been out west, Santa Monica.
I've actually been there.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Great. I did that today. Both sides. 197 stairs, all the way up, all the way down.
But who's counting?
But who's counting? You know, I mix it up. I did a cycling class the other day for 90 minutes and did an hour of yoga after that. You know, and then I'll train tomorrow. I'll do nothing but weights all day tomorrow. But again, head to toe. So never isolation. Just always full body.
Can I ask you what type of yoga you do?
Different kinds, actually. I do Bikram. Yep. I do, what is the other one that I can say a couple of?
Well, Vinyasa is one, and, you know, I've done the Vinyasa, the Bikram, and, you know, the Vinyasa is a little bit more flow. Bikram's kind of holding the pose, as you know, I'm sure. But
Vinyasa, I think I may have tried as well, because it's more flowy, isn't it? I'm not familiar with the terms. Yeah.
But it's excellent. Do you find it healing for your muscles and your flexibility, or?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, most guys like to get into the gym, hit the weights, and, you know, we walk around, but you know, we tend to stay more tight than we should. You know, I think the best athletes are the athletes that mix it up.
Sure.
You know, I think you do more benefits to ligaments, joints, as well as muscles.
Right.
You when you do mix-up workout, if you will, versus the consistent same thing over and over again.
Very cool.
Have you tried a lot of different types of workouts? Have you done like some type of bodybuilding routines, and like what inspired? Like, have you seen like your own training evolve over the years?
It's still evolving. I mean, I've done stuff from Tabata to using the Viper equipment now to TRX, suspension stuff, weightlifting. I started out in the bodybuilding world learning from those guys and expanded on that on my own. And then now with all this equipment out, different ways of training both inside and outside, I'm becoming a cyclist right now. Like, I'm biking a lot.
Really?
That's really cool. Dolvett, let me ask. I got to ask because I'm on your website right now.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about Justin Bieber's workouts, because it looks like you trained him a little bit. And I mean, could he be any cooler right now?
He might be the coolest cat on the planet.
Right? Unbelievable, this guy.
Coolest cat.
Just killing it.
It was great working with Justin, only because I'm on tour. I've never been on tour with a client before. They usually always came to me.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to go on tour and travel city to city and just see what that life meant, and with the hands-on, how much work it took. My job with him was just keeping him fit so he had breath control. He's on the stage sometimes twice in the same day. It's just, as an artist, you have to be flexible. You have to have breath control. You're moving around often. And that was just my job. My job wasn't to make him big and bulky by any means.
Sure.
So help him with his breath control, absolutely.
Yeah, I saw him in one of those celebrity basketball games. He's a sneaky good athlete.
He's a good athlete. You would underestimate the little kid.
I'll tell you, never underestimate the Biebs.
Well, enough of Justin Bieber. We got to get back to Dolvett, but we have to take a short commercial break. Dolvett, if you could hold on the line, we'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to The Body Shop.
It's time for a fitness break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on FTNS.
When looking for the world's best organic apple cider vinegar, there's only one that stands above all others. That's the original Bragg Organic Apple Cider Vinegar. When it comes to your health, accept no imitations. Only Bragg Organic Apple Cider Vinegar has the highest quality available. It's organic and kosher certified. It's unfiltered, rich in important polyphenol antioxidants. It's raw, not pasteurized, a live food. It contains the miracle mother of vinegar, rich in protein enzyme molecules highly regarded for their nutritional and health benefits. Bragg Organic Apple Cider Vinegar is at your favorite health food stores or in grocery health sections. Learn more and see our video at braggacv.com. That's braggacv.com.
This is Dr. Patricia Bragg, health crusader to the world. You will love my Bragg Organic Apple Cider Vinegar and other Bragg products.
It's here, the newest weapon in post-workout recovery nutrition. This natural and organic all-in-one formula delivers the ammunition your body needs to advance on your battlefield and beyond. Introducing Nutrition's Basic Training. Protein, branched-chain amino acids, vitamins, minerals, good fats, and enzymes with no artificial sugars, colors, or flavors. Go to www.amnutritionhealth.com and join the ranks of the supplement revolution. Beyond protein, the body's ammunition. Nutrition.
Need FTNS on the go? There's an app for that. Download the FTNS app for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch now. FTNS, world's first fitness radio, will keep you moving. Welcome back to FTNS, world's first fitness radio. Enjoy the show.
And we're back. And I'm Brian Canoe, and I'm here with Joe Pepe. And on the line, we have Dolvett Quince from The Biggest Loser. And Dolvett, how's it going?
Pretty good.
All right, awesome.
Very good, excellent, thank you.
Were you shooting a lot today? Filming?
Yeah, I'm still here shooting now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just in between, obviously.
We appreciate you giving us some time here, too.
Yeah, it's great. Now, we're talking a little bit, he wanted to talk again about Justin Bieber and saying that's his birthday and wish him a happy birthday. I said, all right, we got to get back. All right. But, getting your chance and this opportunity to be on The Biggest Loser and create your brand, has it helped your studio a lot at home?
Oh, absolutely. With over 12 million people watching that show every Tuesday, people are going to do research. Okay, the new guy, so to speak. Oh, he has a place, you know. So there's been a lot of requests that I open up places over in different cities.
Yeah,
I'm trying to compete with Planet Fitness at one stage in my career, and we'll see what happens.
You know, well, it's definitely. I mean, Planet Fitness becoming a huge sponsor of that show. You know, it used to be 24-hour, and now you know they have Planet Fitness equipment in the studio and the ranch. Is the ranch located in L.A.?
We're in Calabasas, which is north of Los Angeles.
Okay.
Up on the 101. So, yeah, that's where we are.
Is it nice? Do they have everything set for you? You have like a private cook and all that stuff?
Everything. All the bells and whistles you would imagine. You sound a little jealous there. I gotta be honest.
We are. Does anybody sneak in any candy or anything like the movie Heavyweights or something? You know what I'm talking about. Or no, they're pretty strict with that.
Love it.
So,
mum's the word.
Yeah. There's like that hidden candy chest, I know, behind the bed. It's in the bedpost.
So, your guys at home running your gym, do they call into you a lot? Do you check on how the studio's running, or you have somebody that's like your main person that kind of stepped in for you during this time?
Yeah, I have people that I talk to on a daily basis. I see P&Ls weekly, and you know, even still communicate with some clients who've been lifers, so to speak. So, yeah, the communication is always open. I think that's the key to running any place. You know, whether I'm in this state or that state, just stay in communication.
What type of training do you teach your trainers to do a lot? Are they doing a lot of boot camp classes and things like that, or just one-on-one resistance training, or it just varies all the time?
It does vary. It depends on the client's needs. There's no specific type that works for a particular person.
Right.
We work together as a team. People come in. We take a photograph of that person. We find out what their ailments are, what their goals are. We put them on a table, and we discuss.
Okay.
What's the best approach to take this person to the next level and reach their goals? So
but you do offer small group classes also?
We do. We do a pure energy class. That's amazing. I have a live DJ that comes in and spins, and it's a full circuit class. It's unbelievable. We don't have any room. People are signing up for 2-3 weeks at a time.
That's awesome.
See, it seems like that's kind of where the industry has been going, Dolvett, with the small group training and training with friends and that sort of thing. It's, you know, a little bit more motivating, and it seems like that's kind of where everything's going.
Yeah, it is. I think people, like you're saying, are motivated by telling their friends coming with me, you know, family members, co-workers, whatever. And you do it as a unit. You do that camaraderie thing. The likelihood of you being successful, I think, is great because you guys are probably going to cheer each other on and make it work.
Right. Well, what we did is a couple of these Planet Fitnesses in Connecticut have built studios called FitPro, and they're doing some of the one-on-one inside there. So yeah, I've seen them.
But we've definitely seen some of the you know, more people asking about boot camp and you know, we incorporate some TRX workouts and things like that. But you know, you still get your people who want the one-on-one, but definitely the small group training is kind of where it's at.
More and more popular these days, people getting into groups, which I love. I love taking a big group and making them sweat and vomit.
Well, talking about something like that, though, I was wondering, you know, have you thought about like your brand and what it's going to be as you become more and more popular, you know, with the TV show and your studio? And I saw like on your Facebook, you said, check out my new, like they did Dolvett and they changed it up on your icon there. Are you starting to brand yourself a lot more too?
Absolutely. I think with this platform, I'm obligated to do that.
Right.
You know, continue to brand and search for new ways to be inventive. You know, I've always had ideas as a marketing guy that I wanted to do. But now with this platform, it's in warp speed.
Right.
So, I'm very fortunate, and I'm humble, but I'm hungry. You know what I mean?
Have you thought of different things that might be unique to you, like if you were to come out with your own workout program and like the style that it would be?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's brewing as we speak. I'm not telling you.
Oh, man.
So stop asking.
That's why you're here.
We want the backstage secrets.
Sneaky little fella.
So, come on, you got some more questions? Put them on the hot seat. What do you got?
Who's going to win The Biggest Loser?
Red team or black team?
That's easy.
That was a layup.
This is exclusive.
That was a layup, huh?
This is a private exclusive right here. It's been heard before. I think Connecticut listeners are the only ones who will know this, but the winner is going to be, I'm not telling you.
Man. You got us. I never heard of that contestant.
You never heard of that?
No, that contestant. I don't remember that name on the show.
Trust me, they're wearing a red shirt. Trust me.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready? Guys, I hate to run. I hope definitely that I'm being summoned over here. So,
well, can we get you back on the show eventually?
It'll be my absolute pleasure. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dolvett. We really appreciate you coming on the show today.
Thanks,
Red team.
Enjoyed it.
All right.
All right, pal.
Thank you.
Bye now. Bye.
So that's it. He's going to train some people.
That's it. What? Yeah.
He's going
He's
back.
just too
They
busy
called
for
him
us.
off.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, listen, you got to come. He don't know his own person.
Yeah, he's like, we got one more set of burpees, in the corner, so he had to run. But no, I'll tell you, well, that was really cool. It was really nice having Dolvett on the show, and he did it. He was a really cool guy, and that was, hopefully our listeners liked it. It was he's becoming a superstar, that's for sure.
Well, it's a pretty real conversation. I mean, when you talk to people who have come up in the fitness industry and caught their break,
Sure.
I mean, it's you like to see that, people that are so passionate about fitness and helping people, but a lot of trainers, especially we've seen it, they just act like it's a part-time gig and they don't take it to that level. Like what he said was, it's about how much energy you're putting out there that eventually it's going to come back to you, and that's what we all hope for at FTNS Studios.
Yeah, I think so, and everyone wants to train the stars, but I think you have to go through a lot before you get there, and kind of move around before you get noticed. And I'm sure a lot that goes into the The Biggest Loser is acting as well. And I'm not saying that it's fake, but you got to be good on screen. And Dolvett does an awesome job with the people, and
you have to have that something special. You have to be able to. It's not just about your certification, and it's not what course you took. It's personality, and that by all the different people that you've hired.
Sure.
They come in and they can have this fantastic resume, and you try to get them to work with people, and it just isn't there. They need to be a people person. They need to be outgoing. They need to know, one of the things he said was, the difference between yourself and the business person. But it's you got to be able to turn it on.
Absolutely.
You can't walk in the gym and have your personal life be like getting you down. You're a personal trainer.
You know what it really is? It's a sales job. It's not just selling packages of personal training, but you have to sell a concept or a belief that if you do what I tell you, you will get to your goal.
Sure.
And you have to be able to sell that.
We saw some, in the gym industry, I've seen so many trainers that are just like, either they're successful by default because they're the only trainer in the gym or something, but they just don't have that something special that makes them stand out to be like, wow, look at how dynamic that person is on the floor.
And we actually have a special show, to help them out called Trainers Nation on every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And it's geared towards personal trainers and how to market themselves, brand themselves, build their own business.
What day is that?
Tuesdays, 8 o'clock.
Tuesdays at 8.
Yep.
Right.
And I think that, like you said, everything it's transferable to every industry, whether it's marketing, business, whether you're a lawyer. You have to sell your service, and by selling your service and training, you're selling yourself, and you need to build that relationship, build that rapport. Brian and I always joke, we had a trainer years ago who at Christmas time trained in the gym in a Santa suit,
right?
And he's clapping and all that, and some people may see it as a distraction. It probably was a little bit, but he brought attention to himself, and people loved it, and
Well, fitness has to be fun because it's not a fun thing to do, for most people. Some people get into it, like Dolvett loves to work out and go run up and down hills all day long in his spare time. But, some guys would be like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, and the other piece that struck me, too, is when you're talking about him being a trainer's trainer, or master trainer, I guess, what it was there. On this station, I see hundreds of trainers filter through here, and the ones that are really, really good are the ones who are accept the fact that they always have a lot to learn. Education is never over. Yeah, and there's always something new out there, something new to learn, something that they don't know, something that they need to investigate, and you have to have that natural curiosity and that drive to go find the answer.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up, drive. Yeah. That I think is one of the key words, because there's a lot of people that, like an example would be, like, you can go and become a doctor, and you could be rude. And you could, but you got to, like, if somebody needs something done, then they're just going to pay them to get it done. Personality doesn't get too involved. Some people that don't like their doctor, I mean, it's a little bit of personality, but if they're that good at their job, it's okay. Yeah, if they're that educated, it's okay. Yeah. If you're a personal trainer and nobody likes you, you're not going to be successful.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, I mean, we tell people that all the time, and
well, if there's hundreds of thousands of people that are casting for The Biggest Loser, they have them all around the country that people cast for this position, and you'll get thousands of people that show up, and there's only 2 that made it on this season. You know what I mean? Last season there were like 4. Was it last season or the season before that? Where there were 4 trainers. But for the most part, there's just a handful of trainers, right? There's a couple teams.
Yeah, there's 2 trainers on the show this year to make it.
2 people that are able to make that show. I mean, it's definitely.
That show, by the way, actually had a lot of impact on FTNS and our 4-Step Foundation. Things in fitness and weight loss in particular have always been very siloed. You get your nutritional the average American gets their nutritional information off the package in the aisle in the supermarket, or that commercial that tells them it's low fat and sugar free or whatever, and they go, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds good, and they're buying these highly processed crap foods, or they're looking at a late night infomercial that tells them if you buy this gadget and shake it for 6 minutes a day, you'll go from this to this. You'll lose 80 pounds. Yeah. There's no one answer. When I saw Biggest Loser, I was like, wow, they have somebody handling the mental component. Yeah. They're exposed to people handling the nutritional components, and they're with trainers handling the physical exercise components. And it's really that multifaceted approach that will make people successable.
What season are they in now? I think it's like 13 years that this thing's been
it's
been a long time. I mean,
it's been around a long time. Yeah.
Well, ESPN had all those exercise shows.
There's a lot of copycats now, but I mean, I don't think anybody really has it.
Nobody has a brand. Nobody's as big as that.
No, they have that market. It's still a huge market that's watching it. And like you said, I mean, with the nutritionists there, with the trainers there, you say it's tough not to lose weight. I guess everyone maybe a little obese who would love to be on that ranch, but yeah, it's been really entertaining. And
what I always thought about, though, it got to be hard to try out to be a contestant.
You got to eat. Right? You just got to keep eating.
I'm thinking. I mean, imagine.
I want to be in The Biggest Loser. Well, you're only 200 pounds. Well, this is great. For the next 6 months, I'm going to crush Big Macs.
You just need in all your gyms, you just need the tryouts so that they could come in. Oh, sorry you didn't make it, but here's a gym membership for you.
You know what, though? That's an awesome excuse. It's like, well, what are you doing right now? Someone who's maybe getting a little bit heavier.
I can't.
I'm going to audition for a Biggest Loser, so I'm putting weight on.
Right. I can't drop it right
I didn't make it. Rats.
Next time. I'll see you next time. Let me gain a few more pounds over at Burger King.
Yeah. That's an awesome excuse for people getting obese. Anybody listening, if someone says that you're getting a little obese, just say you're trying out for The Biggest Loser. I think it's like a get out of jail free card.
Oh, I always thought about that. I'm like, I don't know, that got to be crazy.
No, some people on that show are pretty large, and I've followed it this season, and I missed a couple episodes, and I actually caught it last night. I think it was last night or 2 nights ago, and I put it on like, oh wow, that guy lost a ton of weight so far, so they're doing it, and we understand it's a struggle, and it's But I think Biggest Loser has done a lot of good things for the health and fitness industry.
Well, it has to be hard. I mean, we don't see a lot of obese people come into the health clubs. You don't see a lot walking.
No. We actually have a show. Another show, Getting My Life Back. Sorry to keep plugging our network shows here. But we have a show every morning at 9 o'clock with Dan Hawthorne. Dan, a year ago, was 600 pounds.
Wow.
He had lost both of his jobs, was in a very dark place mentally, and just was sitting there on the couch, eating himself to death, basically.
They didn't take him on The Biggest Loser.
And
he was rejected.
He tried to go into a gym.
He got taken.
Did he try to go in?
Yeah. And
what do you mean?
And
tried to go in. You couldn't get through the door?
No. But I mean,
Brian.
Nobody.
They stuck him on hoarders.
Nobody there wanted to help him out.
Yeah.
And it was
they're tough. They're tough.
Yeah. I mean,
somebody like that. I mean, to get yourself to that point, to be 600 pounds, isn't just not understanding some eating habits. I mean, there's more.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of issues there.
To that.
Yeah, I think there's there's some mental issues going on.
The gym. I mean, you're talking like 80,000 members of Planet Fitness. Of those people, the obese market is probably very small. I would think of 80,000 people that go to the gym or joined.
That's not per gym. Just saying.
No, that's all about.
I mean, you get in shape people, you get obese people.
I mean, they're all the time.
Define obese. I mean, is it Biggest Loser obese? Is
I'm talking.
I think it's like supersized.
Yeah, any guy over 300 pounds.
No, I mean, it's tough to get to that, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of them out there. Go to Walmart on a weekend and see how many of them are on the scooter going up and down the aisle.
Touche.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's, Dan is like, he's
What's he down to now?
Somewhere around 350, 360.
Can you imagine that? He lost 240 pounds, and he's still 350 pounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, good for him.
And I mean, he actually wound up through a friend of a friend. He got introduced to, or somebody in his family got introduced to this young kid who was a personal trainer and took over the fitness facility in the local community college. And the local fitness center was typically ran by some young personal trainer who would probably who would sit there and read a book all day because nobody ever used the damn thing.
Right.
And
if you have somebody walking in that's 600 pounds, it's probably almost comparable to somebody that's all gassed up on steroids walking through your door. You'd be like, whoa, what do I do with this guy?
No, I mean, they got in touch with each other, and he said, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And and Dan talks about the courage that it took to even walk into place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, what the hell's going to... everybody has been so nice to him, so supportive, all the students, everybody. He's gone in there, he's... his first workout was 15 minutes. That was it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how
when you're
baby step it had to be. It was on that, I don't know the name of it, where you sit down, you like pedal a bike with your hand into that machine. I forget what the hell the name of it is.
Yeah, with the...
and literally that for 15 minutes was it. You know what I mean?
He got his heart rate up a little bit, and that's probably all he needed just to get started. At least.
And 15 turned to 30, and 30 turned to 40, and then they started some weight exercises and some other exercises and so forth. All along the time, they checked him out with the doctor, and
well, there has to be some
got health clearances
and
stuff like that.
You have to be a little depressed, though.
I mean, that's what I said. Mentally, he was in a very dark place, and it's and it's he's kind of switching those addictions into fitness addictions, and
even for a guy
eating healthy addictions, and
we have a guy like Dolvett that's in a studio where you go on his website and everybody has their shirt off. That's a trainer there that looks fantastic. You can imagine some of the people that I bet his market of people being obese weren't really a large portion of his membership either.
Oh yeah.
So to take him now and stick him in a ranch and have him train people who are up there in that kind of
I mean,
to be a challenge.
Your breadth of understanding of fitness and the people that you serve to handle.
Yeah.
That just look at the range. Okay, he's talking about a teenage boy who's bouncing around on stage, worrying about his breath, and then on the other hand, you have somebody who needs to lose 200 pounds.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's such a range of person that you need to deal with, and I guess that's why he would be a master trainer, because he does have that breadth of knowledge to handle both and everything in between.
No, you got to be as much of a psychologist and psychiatrist as anything with training.
Well, you know about the weight loss industry and being familiar with that.
Sure.
It's different than the health club industry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, completely different. You think they go hand in hand, but they really don't.
No.
I mean, there's people that are diet people that would never want to work out in their life, but they'll try every diet in the world, and that's
there's always that secret out there.
There's always that secret diet. Yeah.
The government's got to be working on a pill.
Yeah. And we've done diet. We have a diet program. We've gone through it with people, and you always get those questions. Can I exchange the apple for an orange? And you want to just say, just do this. Here, this is what I'm laying out for you. Follow this program, and it's the easiest way, to lose weight. But there's so many different things. People who gets up at a different time, who works. I can't bring this to work with me, and so it's a struggle. I understand. You get cravings, and it's tough. But it's a lifelong thing, and I don't believe in the word diet. It's more lifestyle than anything.
We had a trainer. One of our hosts, actually, this person's a trainer, and they're explaining, some nutritional basics to a client one time. The client's like, "Oh, I could never do that." And the host just says, "Well, then stay fat."
Exactly.
Walk away.
Exactly.
And the client was taken back by it.
Right.
Thought about it, and nobody had ever actually, said that before.
Sometimes.
And a week later, they're back in the gym.
Yeah.
And well, could you go over that again? Okay. I think I could probably,
Yeah. Sometimes it's brutal.
Make some major improvements.
Sure. Sometimes it's brutal, being brutally honest. And I tell people, the most important meal of the day is breakfast. And then, I usually, I don't like breakfast. I'm not hungry in the morning. Well, would you rather, what do you not like more? Being fat or not in shape or not having breakfast? And you don't want to go that route, but sometimes people just need the brutal honesty, and I think that's kind of what Dolvett was saying as well. It's important. So, but
well, I just got a text from Tony Salamanca. He says, make sure you give a shout out to another master trainer,
Tony
Salamanca at FitPro Personal Training Studios in New Haven. He is our master trainer.
Trainer of trainers.
His phone's probably ringing off the hook right now.
And tell him I wear those T-shirts he dropped off all the time.
You wear the FitPro shirts all the time?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Spread the word. Spread the word. Yeah, but it's like we said, it's a lifestyle. There's different things, and being coming from an Italian family, and Brian probably as well. Sometimes it's tough on the weekends, and you want to have your big Italian dinner, and
my dad got me into it, and I know your dad got you into it too. So it's it doesn't make it that bad, but even for him, he likes to eat too. But
who? Tony or Dolvett?
Oh, we all like to eat.
Yeah, I think everyone.
There's a thing here, and this is kind of, I'm a person who's always battled his weight my whole life, and it's this thing. I never really understood it till I started working at the station. It's really about what is your metabolic state and what is your goal. Okay, if you're a bodybuilder, or training for a show, you can eat something that may not have any impact on your body. You may be able to eat a higher calorie count for the day. You may be able to, your metabolism runs like a V12 Ferrari.
It's like Michael Phelps.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? You can go get high and eat a package of Oreos.
I wasn't even talking about the wheat.
You know what I mean?
I was talking about his diet, 10,000 calories a day, but the kid.
What causes that 10,000 calorie?
But his morning workout is swim in the Pacific Ocean, so it doesn't really affect him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Here, that's a perfect example. You take somebody like that and you go, oh my God, this kid is so lean. He has like a 29-inch waist or something, and it's like he can eat whatever he wants to.
Right.
Jeez, right. And my God, and if I go for number 2 at Wendy's, I'm screwed
your butt jiggles for a week. Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, Michael Phelps can, go have that, 3 or 4 plates of pasta on a Sunday with the family. The average person can't.
Exactly.
And it's really about, well, you know what, if you get your...
How do you get on Michael Phelps? He really eats like 10,000 calories.
They did a thing on his diet. I mean, he eats like 4 bacon, egg, and cheeses every morning, and his lunch is like pizza, and it's like he literally eats like 10,000 calories a day, or maybe even more. But he trains for 5 hours,
Right.
So
he's swimming laps, right?
Yeah. He's like,
as I said, his metabolism is like a V12 Ferrari. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or mine is like a 4-cylinder Volkswagen. You know what I mean?
Well, if we stick in a pool all day long, we'll see something else. You could have all those calzones you want.
But there's different things you can do, of course, to get your metabolism going. Whether it's a lot of things like we talked with Andrew today with eating every 2.5 hours. That keeps your metabolism going and workouts.
That is a very key thing, and I think it's something that's not talked often enough about is
eating frequency.
Just the whole concept of blood sugar. And you brought up the concept of breakfast, and breakfast is the most important. Not only eating it, but making the right choices. Okay, if you have those high carb cereals, high sugar cereals. Okay, or bagels, or all the other highly processed white flour things that we typically eat in America for breakfast. What you're doing is sending, a spike in your blood sugar. Mid-morning, you're going, oh my God, I'm starving. Okay, and you're ravenously going to lunch. Make some more poor food choices. By the end of the afternoon, you're sitting there at your desk trying to keep awake. So you have 2 cups of coffee to try and wake up so you can keep working. And then you get, then you have a snack that's another poor choice. Whereas if you just started it out with, fats and proteins and vegetables and things like that in the morning, you never would have had that spike to begin with. You would have made better choices later on in the day.
That's not going to happen when you don't bring any food to work with you.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's tough. It is tough to eat healthy all the time. You need to know what to ask for when you go out to to a restaurant. And I like the the theme of breakfast. I'm a big breakfast guy. I love breakfast. And it's your body is craving nutrients when you wake up in the morning, so it knows what to do. It's not going to just store those as fat. It's going to use those for your energy to spike your metabolism in the morning, and it really gets your metabolism going. And that's why it's so important to you should, like they say, eat like a king in the beginning of the day, a pauper at the end of the day. You want your carbs, all your good stuff. I mean, everything. You want to eat a little more in the beginning, and I tend to have 400 to 500 calories every breakfast.
Like Vince Domani's been doing this whole big thing on eating meat in the morning, meat and nuts. He eats all of his protein and his fats in the morning, and then
I was doing turkey burgers for a while for breakfast. I would cook them on the stove.
Really?
Yeah, our nutritionist Jerry Zatkoff, she always recommends leftovers from the night before.
Right.
It's perfect.
Save.
Cook a little extra at night cook a little extra and set it aside for your breakfast. And
who says you have to have eggs every morning either? I mean, that's just like whatever you've been
right. But I mean, you can also make a frittata out of throw your leftover vegetables in the eggs and throw it in the oven for 2 minutes, hop in the shower, come out, and you have a frittata made.
Even people that do eat healthy, though, I've never been into the whole thing of like do your cardio on an empty stomach at the beginning of the day. I always thought you kickstart your metabolism, eat something.
I have to have even anytime. There's a big thing about this, and it's really it's boiled down to what makes the most sense to me anyway is listen to your body and do what feels good. I myself have to have a small something, a handful of nuts or a small thing of Greek yogurt or something before I go to the gym. If I go on an empty stomach, I'll be lightheaded and dizzy and can't do crap. However, if I eat too much, then I feel nauseous and sick and disgusting. So I need to have just a little small.
It's nice to get those carbs before you work out. The good sugar, like you said, the Greek yogurt's great. The fruit is great. Post workout, definitely protein and try to get some carbs with that post workout because again, your body's craving that and knows what to do with that stuff. Post workout. So nutrition is really, I would say, 80% of the equation there.
Yeah, I hear over and over again, you cannot out exercise a bad diet.
That's true. It's true. I know my friend.
Isn't that a quote?
I'll tell you the truth. I don't know who first came out with it.
Yeah.
It's really, really true.
My friend,
these people who join your gyms and going, oh well, you know what? I can still keep eating this crap, and I can still have my pizza. And half a pizza at night. Yeah. Because I'm going to go on the treadmill for 45 minutes. Well, that's really not.
I got a friend of mine, Marco. I know he's listening in, and he's an Italian kid. Likes to eat, likes to eat his meatballs and everything. But he works out like a fiend, and he does his yoga. He's a soccer player, and he's able to burn a lot of it off. And that's important to keep your metabolism going. In that way. So.
He burns it off with yoga?
I'll tell you, try doing a Bikram yoga class. You're in a pool of sweat at the end. It's an hour and a half. Okay. I just started doing it a little bit. Improves flexibility. It's intense.
Whoa. We have a caller?
Yes, we do.
Who's calling in?
Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Hello. Who are we speaking with?
It's Danielle. One of the New York Divas.
Uh-oh. Are you looking for the Doug Show? The Doug Show had a little we were trying to get Doug on, and Doug likes to talk to us while he's driving around on a motorcycle, leaving out of an airplane, going on a parachute. We can't really hear him.
Oh, my God. Well, you guys were talking about such interesting stuff, dieting and everything. I'm so turned off by food right now because I'm in the midst of training for this competition, and I can't look at any more egg whites, and I can't.
How hungry are you right now? You're starving, right?
Uh-oh, you might need. We just had Dolvett Quince on the line from The Biggest Loser.
I know, I missed it. I don't watch that show, but it's amazing what those trainers do with those people. It's unbelievable.
Are you going to the Fitness Atlantic show?
I'm going to the Fitness Atlantic show, yeah.
Nice.
It's been a goal of mine for about a year now, and in the past 2 months I've lost 10 pounds.
That's great.
Last year I've lost an additional 10, and my trainer's telling me that I need to lose an additional 15.
Oh, man. I hope you're not sick of the egg whites. There's a lot. Nah.
What division are you going to be doing? Is it fitness model or?
I'm doing, fitness model and bikini.
Okay.
And I mean, I guess I have the type of body that just holds on to everything. So it's, I'm not like naturally super skinny, where I just need to add the muscle. It's like the muscle's underneath there somewhere.
They're there. You just gotta melt everything else away, and they'll come out.
That's right, exactly.
Where are you calling from? Where are you from?
I'm originally from Rockland County, but I live in Westchester, and I'm going to be moving to Danbury, so I'm all over the place.
Okay. Well, you're not that far from.
No, I'm not. Somewhere. Oh, from Fitness Atlantic. Yeah. No.
Can you tell us what are you doing? The themed walk up on the stage there.
I am. Yes.
Can you give us any hints as to what your theme's going to be? Andrea, we had Andrea before. She told us freedom, right?
Yep.
So I think she's dressing up as like George Washington.
That's funny. Some people come up with some really creative things. A lot of people are probably not going to know this, but I think you'll probably know. A solid gold dancer.
A solid gold dancer?
Yeah.
Oh, from Solid Gold?
Oh. I was thinking one of the Fanta girls.
It was between that and a Fly Girl, but I was...
In living color?
Yeah.
Wow. That would have been awesome.
I know you need a prop, though. So.
Yeah, you need a Wayne's brother.
Solid Gold. Is Solid Gold like Soul Train? Is that around the same period of time?
I'm 26 years old. I don't know.
Solid Gold was more like the early 80s.
Yeah, that was like with Danny Terrio, if I'm not mistaken. Saturday nights with Danny Terrio, I think, was Solid Gold.
Oh,
was it?
Okay.
Is that like the Charlie's Angels type of time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it?
Pretty much.
Like a Farrah Fawcett type like
I'm totally dating myself.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get the genre here.
I'm almost thinking like
Did you say Danny Tanner? from Full House.
Full House?
I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't remember the guy that hosted it.
Google Solid Gold Girl. That's what we need to do.
I was a kid then, so there you go.
So, is it like a gold outfit that you have?
Gold booty shorts and probably like a black tank top.
Is it like platform shoes
Now
type
you
of
gotta
stuff?
look for me. What's that?
Is it like platform shoes type of stuff?
Well, I'm gonna wear the heels with it.
Nice.
Nice.
What do you know what division you're in? Short division, tall division, medium-sized division?
I believe I would probably be in the medium division.
Cool. Unless you grow.
Yeah. That would be awesome. But I think I'm done growing. What I'm really trying to do is lose.
Lose height?
No, I'm trying to lose the extra belly fat.
You will. So are you part of you're part of the New York Divas then?
I'm part of the New York Divas with the wonderful Lindsay Messina and Kim Pearson and a bunch of pros we have on the team as well. Big shout out to all the girls. I don't know if they're listening, but it's a great team and we have a lot of fun, and I've gotten lots of results with them, so it's been a good thing. Very positive.
That's great. We heard a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you for calling in.
Tell Bricks I said hi. I always call and bug him.
I will.
Right.
Definitely say hello to the Bricks. So thank you so much for calling in tonight, and we'd really like to thank Dolvett Quince for calling in from the Biggest Loser Ranch. That was awesome. It was an incredible show. He's the real deal, He owns a studio. He's not some fake trainer, He's we need to get him to work for us.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think I'll take him. No, really, really great to talk to Dolvett. Really a superstar in the industry, and it's humbling having him here with us.
Yeah, it's great. When people finally break through and get their big shot.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you so much to our listeners for listening tonight for this edition of The Body Shop, and we'll be back again on tomorrow night. Back again tomorrow night at 9, so tune in.
Awesome.
Thank you again. Thanks, Joe, for coming out. And
thank you, Brian.
Sir. All right, thanks for coming in on our show tonight.
Okay.
All right, and plug in all your other shows. So, ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Night.